an undertow. You're drowning everything in me. The way she moves, the way she knows everything I need. This night, she shines like diamonds. So fine, so high, so low. I fall down, but only 'cause I'm wasted. I'm so down with everything she's taking. It's like the more you break me, the more I like to take. Round and round, it's all a show. I'm the one that's being used. The scars are just the afterglow of living on a fuse. This night, she shines like diamonds. So fine, so high, so low. I fall down, but only 'cause I'm wasted. I'm so down with everything she's taking. It's like the more you break me, the more I like to. I fall down only 'cause I'm wasted. I'm so down with everything she's taking. Like the more that she break me, the more I like to take.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the Business Power Hour with Darren and the Music Man. I be Music Man, Norman Wasserman, and this good-looking fellow over here with the dimples, that's Darren. Say hello, Dimples.
Hello, Dimples. How are you this evening, Mr. Music Man? We had a short week.
I'm still drying out from last week.
Just still drying out.
Last
I don't know.
Wednesday
You know
night?
what? This weekend you should have dried out.
Yeah, no, as
big
soon as I
time.
walked out, I was
Oh
like,
my
like
God,
that.
the heat was unbelievable.
Everybody had to suffer, right?
It was-
so
you know
hot.
what?
Even our guests must have suffered. Don't answer. But even our guests must have got all sweat. And
Yeah, you
hot
would think. You would
right?
think so.
It was
But
terrible.
she was probably out working,
And last week,
making
when-
things happen.
That's
Because
right.
that's what she does, right?
Who's she? Our
Huh?
guest?
Our guest,
Oh.
who is actually a very good friend of yours, right?
Well, yeah, she's a
You
buddy.
know? She's a
She's
buddy.
a buddy.
Of yours.
She's a
Seems-
buddy.
Seems like
And
everybody
so
comes on the
are
show. Buddy.
two of the three other people that are here, and the third one will be a buddy by the end of tonight. You know, so we're gonna find out a little bit about what she does as well before the end of the evening.
So everybody, tonight is like a test run of what we're going to be starting in September. We already have September booked.
This is
for
our dinner
Mondays,
show.
right? So we're going to be doing Monday night, 6:15, right, Jim? 6:15.
And
That's
it's
right.
because you guys just keep on watching and watching and watching that we're sold out for the rest of the air on Wednesday night. So we thank you so much for that.
So we're going to be
Thank
starting on Monday nights. We won't be on this Wednesday night. So just remember that. I know those that, Eileen,
That are
we know you're
religious.
watching, Eileen. We
Eileen,
love
do
you.
something else on Wednesday night.
We'll have to figure something else for you, Eileen, on this Wednesday. But we're looking forward to our guest. I'm looking forward to speaking with our guest.
And we
I had a
have
really
to give out
good-
a phone number before we start with the evening.
Well,
which
no.
is
Here's the
not
thing.
her number, our number.
Our number.
Which
We're going to
is-
take call-ins, but we're not going to take call-ins till second segment.
Whatever. 631-415-1365. Write that number down. 631-415-1365. Our guest looks nervous. What do you think?
No, actually,
think she
well,
looks-
actually, she was.
now
she
she's
had a lot of
smiling.
energy. She has a lot of energy,
Oh,
which I
you
love.
haven't seen anything
I love
yet.
it. Oh, yeah, she was going 100 miles an hour in a pre-interview and
She
stuff.
has numerous businesses.
Oh
too.
my God, it's
has a couple
very
businesses.
interesting. Whole stories are going to be very interesting to talk about.
We're not going to be able to say a word tonight.
We're not going to be so we got to
Not a
talk
word.
now so we can get it all in.
That's
right?
it. We're done.
We're done.
Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Miss Laura Rosenthal. Good evening,
Hey,
Laura.
Laura.
From Touchdown Abstract.
Good evening, gentlemen. How are we all doing tonight?
We're good. How are you?
Yeah, good.
Good. Welcome.
So, tell us what Touchdown Abstract is all about.
Touchdown Abstract Company is a local title company in Islip. I am the owner.
Okay, so what's a title company?
A title company
Is
does.
are you putting titles on books? Are you putting titles on
TV
what is it?
shows?
TV shows. What is a title company?
A title company is necessary in every real estate transaction.
Okay.
A title company does the research against the property or commercial building before you buy it.
To find out what?
Yeah.
We search for judgments, mortgages, and liens of record, anything that will be affecting the property, and I do a report for the buyer, seller, and the lender as well.
So if I'm going to buy a piece of property, right, I would engage you. I would say, Laura, I'm buying this piece of property. Find out if anybody else other than what the owner is telling me has a lien against the property. Or if there's
Correct.
any other judgments against the property or something that, could affect the sale of the property.
Now, do you get hired mostly from an attorney, or do people come to you directly? I know it can work both ways, but who comes to you more?
The attorneys in the your real estate professional attorneys are the people that order the title report from me. Consumers have the right to shop for their services and has the right to pick their own title company.
But people don't know that.
But most people don't know that,
Yeah.
and the federal regulations changed a few years ago, allowing consumers to shop for their services.
Okay, so why would I want one title company over a different title company? Why would I want to go to you instead of just using the one that my lawyer's recommending?
Well, I provide that higher level of service, and the years of experience and knowledge go into every report.
Okay.
So you say it basically that you go beyond
Above and
what
beyond.
you should be doing. Is there an example that you still have to do the search, and every title person has to do the research and come up with whatever records are necessary. So that's a given. So what is it that Touchdown Abstract does?
Well, here's my first question, and I always do this to you, I know, but I'm going to use his question. She has so much energy about this stuff. When she started talking about it, she just lit up today, and she's all excited about telling her story. When you were a kid on the playground, were you sitting there going, I'm going to be in the title business, and I'm going to be the best that there is out there?
No, actually, it did not.
Okay.
I really wanted to become an attorney and to protect the seniors.
All right,
I always
so
wanted to
you wanna
look
be an
after the seniors.
Elder care attorney?
Yeah, elder care, estate planning,
Right.
and I've always wanted to protect the seniors because I felt that people were taking advantage of them.
Did you go to law school?
No, I did not go to law school. I went to Suffolk Community College. I became a paralegal because I just financially could not do that. So I put myself through school. So
Okay.
being a paralegal, although one step under being an attorney, I have found after being paralegal for many, many years, and I'm not going to date myself, I know more than or just as much as a real estate attorney does.
Okay.
So I go beyond
because
and-
you're actually doing the groundwork and you're doing the grunt work, so to speak, behind all these deals where the attorney's basically showing up, reviewing the paperwork, and just signing off on it, right?
My job is to make that a seamless transaction. And by going beyond what I'm required to do or being paid to do, makes this transaction a seamless transaction for that buyer and makes it less stressful and gets them where they should be in their home.
Okay, so you're a paralegal, you're working for an attorney, you're realizing that, you know what, I know more than this guy, and I'm assuming you're getting frustrated with your situation, where it is. How did you come about to say, hey, you know what, that's it, I'm going into the title business, I'm going to start my own company? How did that come about?
Well, it was similar to what you're saying. However, when I decided to have children, I needed to go to a firm that was closer to where I was living because my children are very important to me, and being a mom and balancing work and home life was very important. So I took a paralegal position at a local attorney's firm, and they decided to start their own title company. And since I was a seasoned employee there, I was picked to start a title company for an attorney's office.
All right.
So I left that attorney's office because of their unethical practices, started a different title company for a vendor, and also left there because of their unethical practices.
Now, wait a second. Now, let's look. Attorneys are the most straight up people that I know. We'll get to you later.
Well, there were attorneys,
So
and then there
what do
were
you mean
attorneys.
by unethical practices? What was going on that was...
Well, I really would
'cause-
not like to comment on that.
But
However,
come on, this is the juicy stuff now.
but however, not doing the right thing for the lender that was being foreclosed upon was something that was not sitting well with me.
So
Just
what-
doing the right thing, doing the right job is much more important than how much you get paid. They were very money driven.
So basically it was, because I've seen this, and I've gotten very frustrated with working with some attorneys because I felt like they weren't doing everything they could do. They were just taking the money and doing the minimum. They were taking the path of least resistance.
Well, in my industry is cutting corners, making decisions that would not be very profitable in the end.
Well, let me ask you a question. Is there a difference in price between what you charge and what an attorney charges for your service?
My services are regulated by the New York State Department of Title Insurance and the underwriter, Old Republic Title Insurance Company. We are under certain rules and regulations as to what fees and premiums
people can shop that, can't they?
that we can charge. Where you're going to have the difference is that level of service.
So basically, the cost of me going to you as compared to another title company really isn't that
They're
different.
very similar in cost because
Right.
we're a very heavily regulated industry.
So they're pretty
but I will
restricted.
go beyond to resolve an open issue, something I'm not getting paid for, so you can close earlier and get into the home
So
that you
you're
want.
giving a white glove service that everybody wants,
But I'm confused.
but nobody's providing.
If you have to come up with certain papers and do certain research in order to make the closing take effect,
Yes.
all right, that's mandatory. You have to have those certain papers at every closing. How do you go up? How do you not get them? Or what seems to be? Can you give an example of a problem?
There are many issues that come up on a title report, such as an open prior mortgage by a seller that was not cleared 5 or 6 years ago when they either purchased a property or when they refinanced it. Now that bank's out of business. So I'm the title company indicating what happened to that mortgage. Was that mortgage satisfied? Yes, it was satisfied. But now the sales attorney, they have 20, 30, 50 files. They're not going to do the leg research to find out which bank is now holding that mortgage, contact that satisfaction department, get that document that we need to put with all the other documents.
Okay, so let me ask you a question. Have you ever come across a situation where a bank went out and nobody picked the mortgage up?
No, because by New York State banking industry, when one bank goes under, another bank merges their assets.
Okay,
so you
another
just
bank
have
has to come in and take it.
follow the trail and show the new bank the trail from bank to bank, and prove that that mortgage was satisfied.
Was satisfied.
It sounds difficult to me.
It is. It's very time consuming. I think working with judgments that people have against the property, or whether or not it's against the buyer or seller, having them go out, contact that attorney, get the paperwork, get the payoff. Red light tickets. That's one of the biggest things in this industry.
Really?
Red light tickets become
Parking ticket?
judgments.
Red light tickets?
Red
Yes.
light tickets become judgments?
So for
You don't
those
pay 'em.
people out there that want to buck the system and not pay the red light system, well, the government gets you on a buy or a sell because it attaches to the property, shows up on your credit report,
Who would
and you have to
figure
go
that?
down to
Really?
go pay it online.
That's interesting.
So it's very interesting when you think you're bucking the system. No, the system catches up.
Right, and then they do the old, oh, I never got that notice that I had that
Right, it
ticket.
doesn't matter if it doesn't get your notice. Your name is on there.
Your name's on it,
Your
you gotta
name's on it,
satisfy,
and
you gotta
there's
make it happen.
those are the judgments that come up that most people don't think about it.
And right there and then you
that
write
common?
a check.
No, you can't even write
You
a check.
can't write that
you
because it's got to be a certified check or whatever.
no, you have to pay it online or pay it in
while
person
you're there
in the court.
at the closing.
Right.
No,
You can't?
prior to the closing.
Prior to the closing, so it's got to be done. Your closing could be postponed because of something like
Right.
this.
So it's also level of service is where we keep hounding the buyer and seller's attorneys. Has this been resolved? Has this been paid? Because we don't want to get to the closing table and have a problem.
How many
Right.
people do you have working for you?
I have 6 people working for me right now.
And you know what? We're going to get to that in a minute. But first, if somebody wants to get a hold of you and they want to hire you, because I can see the passion.
I'm
I can
hiring
see
you
it.
already.
Already.
I mean, I don't even want to buy a house, but I'm going to just
Well,
hire
you
you.
guys, even you guys need me on your real estate team. That's the problem. A real estate transaction is a team effort.
It's a team
and
effort.
I am a very important part of that team, and
So how
definitely
could-
someone you should contact.
How could our viewers get a hold of you?
Well, my phone number is 631-224-7196, and once again, write it down.
Oh, she does this really good.
631-224-7196. You can also reach me email Laura, spelled Lora, at touchdown, just like in football, abstract.com. I have a Facebook account, Twitter, LinkedIn. Send me a message, send me your issues, send me your problems. Be more than happy to sit down and speak with you.
And when we come back after these messages, we're going to talk about Touchdown Abstract and your team and how many people you got working for you and how you guys go about the way you do business. And
Great, can't wait forward that.
And we'll be right back after these.
Hi, this is Doug Cormack, Executive Director of Orchard Estate of Woodbury, Woodbury's first assisted living and memory care community. We're opening this summer for seniors who need a little or a lot of assistance with things like taking their medication, meals, or just a maintenance-free lifestyle. Our experienced staff keeps seniors and their families connected to what matters most. Call us today to inquire about our model apartments and discover how Orchard Estate of Woodbury is providing the lifestyle Long Island seniors deserve. Call 516-246-2167. That's 516-246-2167. Or visit orchardestatewoodbury.com. Licensure pending.
Small business owners, are you having trouble growing your business? Do you feel like you're always swimming upstream? Do you feel that daily tension that I can't get ahead and I don't know why? Hi everybody, my name is Darren Sayafi and I'm a business therapist. What's a business therapist? Well, some people call us coaches, some people call us advisors, other people even call us strategists. We take a vested interest in you and your personal development as a person and as a business owner to give you the tools and structure that you need to take it to that next level. So don't wait. Give me a call today for your free consultation and let me show you how you can help yourself. Hi, this is Darren from the Business Power Hour. Are you associated with a charity or a nonprofit organization that is looking to raise money, but you want to do something different from other charities or something you've never done before? Well, if that's the case, then you need to call our friends at Friend Entertainment USA. Friend Entertainment provides tribute concert events featuring the best tribute talent from all over the USA, saluting stars such as Donna Summer, the Bee Gees, Queen, and many more. Whether you like Motown, rock and roll, R&B, country, Christian, or whatever type of music you like, they will provide you with the best entertainment at a price that is very affordable. In addition to music, they are now offering comedy shows saluting such stars as Robin Williams and Joan Rivers. With over 31 years of experience, Friend Entertainment will teach you how to create a successful show. The first thing you need to do is sit down with them and learn how you and your organization can put together a show that can be done from anywhere in the USA. These events will help you bring needed funds and branding to your organization so you can continue to provide the needed services to your community. No organization is too big or too small. So reach out today. You can call or email Norman at Friend Entertainment USA and let him help your charity or nonprofit create an unforgettable fundraising experience. Call 844-698-9696. That's 844-698-9696, or visit their website at friendentusa.com and ask for the Music Man. Tell him Darren sent you.
Hammer and everything.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Business Power Hour with Darren and the Music Man. And we're going to go right back to our guest, Laura Rosenthal from Touchdown Abstract. Tell us about Touchdown Abstract.
Touchdown Abstract, we have a team. We have a team of people that can help you through all your real estate
Is that
needs.
one of your team members?
We have several team members. We have attorneys. We have expediters, surveyors, everybody that you're going to need, even realtors as well.
Okay.
One of my team members is here today, and today I would like to introduce Shari Lee Sugarman. And here we go to Shari.
Hi, Shari Lee.
Hey, Shari,
Hi.
welcome.
How are ya?
Hi guys, how are you?
Welcome.
Shari Lee Sugarman. It sounds like a southern name.
I'm actually from Bangor, Maine.
Really? Okay, so we're going north and not south.
She's
Okay.
from the South Shore.
South Shore.
Yeah,
Bangor,
South Shore.
Maine.
Only my mother ever called me Shari Lee.
Welcome, Shari.
Shari, what do you do?
I am an attorney. I have my own office in Deer Park. We're mostly a transactional firm. We do a lot of real estate. We also do a lot of business law and estate planning, everything to protect your assets.
And you
be
do
it-
business contracts and all that kind of
Absolutely.
stuff?
Yeah.
So you do that from soup to nuts. Small business owner comes in and you can do everything for them.
Exactly. For example, the other day, somebody came in to me to review some contracts that they were trying to figure out how they could not be liable for the personal debt under the personal guarantee. And we ended up doing a full estate plan with a trust so that we could protect the house.
Oh, so you put it all together there.
Correct.
That's excellent. So how did you and Laura start working together?
I was working for a firm many years ago, and I was the only one with real estate practice in the litigation firm. So the attorney said, okay, well, you do this sale for me, or this purchase. And so I think it was Kevin Gary,
Right.
and it was your old firm. It was your old Touchdown.
No, he was a title company?
No, he was the partner in the firm that I was working
Got it.
for, and
Okay.
he said, "Okay, I'm ordering through this company, which was the
United-
old title
old
company."
company.
And that's how I first met her. And my son was born 15 years ago, and I went out on my own about 14 years ago. So I said, Laura, we had become friendly over the years, and I said, Laura, I'm going to need a title company because all I do is I'm going to be doing real estate. And we've become really very close friends over the last 15 years.
You're like sisters. I know
Practically.
that personally.
Well, I know
Yeah.
Norman knows both of you guys, through a lot of networking events and things like that, and he says you guys are very tight. So you become team members in
Absolutely.
a sense, even though you don't work for her company, but you work together.
Right.
And that's really what we were talking about earlier, about the breadth of resources that your firm has. By coming to you, we can get real estate attorneys, we can get surveyors, we can get all different types of things that we would need to do a real estate transaction, correct?
Especially for the first-time home buyers. I went to real estate school, got my real estate license, so Touchdown Homes has been born as well.
Congratulations. Good luck to you.
Thank you.
Sir.
I really love working with the first-time home buyers because having all those resources under one roof makes the home buyer
It's huge.
feel much more confident.
Right.
And now they can concentrate on finding that dream home and not having to worry about who am I going to get the mortgage to, who's going to be my attorney, what if there's a survey issue. When I can provide them with all those services, and as well as that information, services, that good feeling that I get when I'm working with those home buyers.
How many real estate agents do you have in your company?
We are growing at 6 right now.
So you have 6 real estate agents plus your other staff?
Yes.
Whoa.
Wow. So
Yes.
you're a nice sized firm.
Yes. Well, we're branching out. We cover the entire 5 boroughs, from 5 boroughs to Montauk. Anything from buying or selling. And like I said, with the real estate company, with the abstract company, we can do everything under one roof.
So it doesn't necessarily have to be real estate in Suffolk County. It could be real estate in Nassau County and any of the 5 boroughs.
Absolutely.
What about upstate? What if I say I used you to buy my home on Long Island? Now I'm
Right.
buying a summer house upstate. Can I use you for that?
We can still do I'm not a licensed real estate agent in that area.
Well, I'm not talking about
but
that.
you
I
can
mean,
do
upstate,
title-
yeah, title
Oh
work.
no, but title work, yes.
Okay.
But you're a New York State licensed real estate agent, aren't you?
Right, but I wouldn't feel comfortable trying to take someone out looking at homes in an area that I'm not familiar with.
but you still could do it with if
Oh,
someone
with,
said they
with
wanted
title
to use
and
you.
the Sugarman here
And
would
that's
be
really
more
what
than
I
happy
meant.
to do your attorney work on that as well.
Yeah, the title work, that's really what I meant.
Right.
Was because that's what we're really drilling
Right.
in on today.
Under
is the
our
title
roof,
work
we
and
have
stuff.
the experts and the people at the top of their field. Miss Sugarman here, top of the field. She's one of our top attorneys, always on top of the transaction. Will sit and explain the transaction to the buyer or seller, and she's right on any type of issues because it's all about protection. While the title company protects the title to your home to ensure that that title is free and clear of all liens, and she also protects your legal rights as well.
No,
Okay,
give me one sec. I've been in Cherry's office. I've seen the board that's up on. It's 2 or 3 times the size of the TV set with a list of deals and transactions and things that got to get done on a daily basis. I mean, she really is on top of it.
She really is on top of things, and that's very important to have team members that are on top of the situation, can be reached, and has that knowledge and experience to make the transaction a smooth transaction.
Okay, so I'm clear. We're at a barbecue. You and I are talking. I say, I'm thinking about buying a house. How can you help me do that? Let's go through the list of things that you can get for me. Are you a one-stop shop? I can just say, I want to go find houses.
Right.
I don't want to have to worry about what mortgage broker I go to, what real estate attorney I go to.
Or agent.
You can handle all of it?
Yes,
So-
you come to me. We come to me in my office. We sit down. I find out what your criteria is. We start looking for houses.
Okay, but then you can connect me with a mortgage broker. You can connect me
We
with
have
the attorney.
multiple resources to connect you to the right product for you.
Okay,
so there's many mortgage products out there. So we have plenty of business connections that can get you to the right product.
So you have a couple of mortgage brokers that.
We have tons of mortgage brokers and surveyors, inspectors to inspect the property after you get into contract.
Expediters.
Expeditors in case a property does not have a certificate of occupancy, open permits.
Tell people why it's better to use a mortgage broker than a bank.
Because they'll be able to go out and shop for the product that best fits your financial condition.
People don't understand that. It's like going to a car deal. You
A
can
lot
go
of
to a
people
car
go
broker.
directly to your standard financial institution, but a broker can shop for
Right.
the type of product that you need.
The broker's
Just
going to
like
go to 20 banks,
Right.
where you're only going to one, and they only have one product.
Their
to
own
offer.
products. That's it.
And there's so many different products out there right now for the consumer to shop for.
Well, isn't the real estate market really starting to go crazy now because the interest rates are coming down and everything else? Is that what I'm hearing?
There's plenty of houses out there to buy, but that the prices are going up.
The prices are going
They're
up.
still
right?
going up?
So-
They're still going up.
Agreed.
So,
So I have to say that there aren't actually a lot of houses out there. It is a seller's market. And so for every one nice house that everybody wants, there's a bidding war out there for it. And
Really?
the interest rates are between 3.75 and 4.25, depending on what your scores
So we list
are
my
and
house
stuff
for
like that.
$750. We get some people to come to take a look at the house, and they come back and they make offers. Where does it start? Where does it end? No, I'm asking for $750, and someone says to you, I'll pay you $750, but now you're the agent, but you also got an offer now for $800.
Well, it all depends. It all depends upon also how the transactions are going to be structured. Is it an all cash deal? They're going to go get a mortgage. What your house appraised for? So when you decide to take an offer, you contact Ms. Shari Sugarman when she drafts the contract, and that she can protect your rights as well.
So if I come to you now, and I've heard these horror stories, not even horror stories really, but the shed is too close to the property line, right? The fence is not, on the property line. It's now over on the neighbors, and we got to move it. And I mean, a lot of these banks, they may have these requirements. Do we run into that a lot?
Yeah.
Yes, we do.
Okay.
There's in a term in the industry is de minimis. Your fence can be up to 12 inches encroaching upon the neighbor or within 12 inches of your property.
Move
Okay.
it.
So you don't necessarily have to move it, because that's your variations that you're allowed.
So you're allowed 12, it's basically
Right,
a foot.
for fences.
Okay.
For any type of structures, I would have to defer that question to Ms. Sugarman
Really
to
depends on the
answer
town
about
that they're in and
structures.
things
It
like
depends
that.
on the town, and it depends on who I'm representing. If I'm representing the seller, more than likely I'll make an exclusion in the contract that says you're taking it as is, or we'll take it down if there's an impediment to closing. Like the big box bank says, we don't like that shed next to, too close to the lot line.
So really, you find it from the banks. The traditional banks have more of a problem with things encroaching
Well,
on the
when you get
property
a
line.
CO, and the town comes to your home and they tell you, because I know from personal experience, that my flower box was a half an inch in the wrong direction, and in order to close,
Who did you get upset?
I had to go
Half an inch.
and move it. How to move
It
it.
happens. It happens. We find that a lot with sheds that are too close to the lot line because they're supposed to be a certain. It depends on, of course.
A
the
she
town.
shed?
The she shed. Cheryl's she shed is too
Right.
close to the property line.
The town I live in, it's got to be 10 feet, so I
And
made sure it was 11 feet off.
Each town has their own rules and regulations. So
There's
it could be
similar.
3 in one town, 5 in another town.
Mm-hmm.
Some towns have different regulations as to the size of the shed before it actually needs a CFO. So it's all about where your property is located.
Right.
Tell us a horror story. You're at a closing.
There are always lots of horror stories. They were at a closing, there's no money from the lender, so you're sitting there waiting for the wire to hit.
Well, that's a
Right.
common horror story.
Yeah, but-
What's something that's not so common that you settled and you took care of?
Well, we try not to have horror stories at closings.
I understand, but times.
So when we get to the closing table from a title perspective, that file is clear to close. When I clear it, because I personally look and recheck and re-verify every file in my office, if I clear it to close, it's going to close.
Okay, so let's-
any
let's-
horror stories happening at the closing table is
Not
from
our
the
fault.
lender side.
Let's rewind a little bit. When you first started doing title closings, I'm sure there was a time or two where the title was, the file wasn't totally clear, and
It's
something
probably
popped
when
up.
I was covering other people's closings.
Okay, so do you have a horror
not-
story from that?
I mean, we get to the closing table. There's no mortgage payoff statement from the current mortgage that's on the property. No one has checks. No, then you have to
How do
deal
you
with.
not have a check at a closing?
Clients don't listen.
We have buyers and sellers that show up without driver's licenses for ID. We're like, no, you need ID. Well, I live in Queens. We're closing in Suffolk. Well, guess what? We're going to have to sit here until your driver's license shows up. So
the buyer comes with a checkbook, or supposed to come with a
Supposedly.
checkbook. The attorney has the checks from the banks. You right?
no, the lender's attorney has the checks from the
the
lender.
banks.
You would hope so, but then sometimes he can't issue those checks if the wire has not hit the bank attorney's account.
Yeah, that happened to us a few months ago. We had a closing. I had the sale of the house scheduled at 1 o'clock, and I had the purchase scheduled for 5 o'clock. We were thinking, what am I going to do? I'm going to have to go get some lunch or do something. No, I didn't get the money from the sale until 5:15 in Mineola.
Really?
I had to go down to Freeport. I called up Laura. I said, thank God Laura was on the deal. because she has done numerous closings for, say, for reverse mortgages and refinances. She's very, very familiar with these loan documents. So she actually started my closing without me while I was waiting for the money.
Well, she was paralegal. She was
Yep.
doing all
So
this.
she was
she
able
thought
to
that.
go through all the mortgage documents with my client. My client was very, very happy. I get in. I'm like, I finally have the money, thank God. And I was able to, so instead of a 4.5 hour closing, it was what, half an hour?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's
So
huge.
without Laura's, I would have missed the.
So really, it's,
bunch of
it's,
things.
it's not
Like-
just when you guys are working together. You really are working like a team,
Absolutely.
and you're helping.
It's like
each
you're in the
other.
same office, but you're not.
Well, how many times did I call you today?
I don't keep count. I just answer. I don't keep count. I just get it done.
Speaking about phone calls,
And that's
let's
in
get
my
back-
office. If you're ever in my office, Norm, you would see signs
Well,
get
you
it
have
up.
to
We
invite
get
me.
we get it done.
Go
At
invite me
Touchdown
to it.
Abstract, we get it done, and we get it done right. We get it done the first time too.
So if you guys,
631
Because I run a
415
tight ship.
1365. 631 415 1365. If you'd like to speak to Sherry or you'd like to speak to Laura, give us a call.
And as a certified woman business owner, for all your other women business owners out there, just get up every day and get the job done.
that's the key.
And when
right?
you're sitting, you're dying.
But wait a
Nobody,
second.
we're getting up.
Wait a second. Most business owners say, "Well, if I just start a business and I sit here, business will come and I'll be rich."
Yeah.
No.
Don't you see all these things on the internet now?
No,
You
I
only
have
can
no
work-
time because I'm
you
too
can only
busy
work-
working.
You have to work 3 hours a week and you can be a millionaire. Don't you know
I don't
that?
know what shows you're watching.
That's what they're saying on the internet. Well, I'm being sarcastic.
Oh.
No, you have to
sarcastic.
get up,
You
get
gotta get
out
up
there
every day and you gotta
every
make things
day, even
happen.
on the days that you don't think you can make it, and the days that you feel like quitting. It's not
Get yourself
worth
out of
it.
bed.
If you took the opportunity to step out that door and start your business, then you keep moving forward.
And you two women
never
are
look back
perfect
and never have
examples.
any type of regrets.
Perfect examples of what you're talking about. We're not in David's room now.
Okay.
We're on the air. You
All
are
right.
perfect example.
Okay.
You're doing a great job. So, Laura, if people want to get a hold of you,
My
how can
number
I-
is 631-224 7196. And once
Okay.
again, get out your pencils. 631-224 7196. Learn more about my business on my Facebook page, my website page as well, and Laura at LORA at touchdown, like in football, abstract.com.
If
Okay.
someone had a question, they just wanted to call you before they came down to see you. Could they call you and ask that question?
They can answer a question, but be in mind, I'm not an attorney, and if it is
Or they
a
would ask you
legal
a title question and then they would ask an attorney.
A title question I can answer. I am a certified title expert. In testimony I have given in Bronx County Courthouse, Bronx County has certified me as a title expert.
Okay.
But if it is a legal question, I would have to defer that to legal counsel.
All right, fantastic. So when we come back, right after these words from our sponsors, listen, you got those calls coming in. Ask these questions. We got a lot of questions going on. We'll be right back right after these messages.
Small business owners, are you having trouble growing your business? Do you feel like you're always swimming upstream? Do you feel like daily tension that I can't get ahead and I don't know why? Hi everybody, my name is Darren Sayafi and I'm a business therapist. What's a business therapist? Well, some people call us coaches, some people call us advisors, other people even call us strategists. We take a vested interest in you and your personal development as a person and as a business owner to give you the tools and structure that you need to take it to that next level. So don't wait. Give me a call today for your free consultation and let me show you how you can help yourself.
Hi, this is Doug Cormack, Executive Director of Orchard Estate of Woodbury, Woodbury's first assisted living and memory care community. We're opening this summer for seniors who need a little or a lot of assistance with things like taking their medication, meals, or just a maintenance-free lifestyle. Our experienced staff keeps seniors and their families connected to what matters most. Call us today to inquire about our model apartments and discover how Orchard Estate of Woodbury is providing the lifestyle Long Island seniors deserve. Call 516-246-2167. That's 516-246-2167, or visit orchardestatewoodbury.com. Licensure pending.
Hi, this is Darren from the Business Power Hour. Are you associated with a charity or a nonprofit organization that is looking to raise money, but you want to do something different from other charities or something you've never done before? Well, if that's the case, then you need to call our friends at Friend Entertainment USA. Friend Entertainment provides tribute concert events featuring the best tribute talent from all over the USA, saluting stars such as Donna Summer, the Bee Gees, Queen, and many more. Whether you like Motown, rock and roll, R&B, country, Christian, or whatever type of music you like, they will provide you with the best entertainment at a price that is very affordable. In addition to music, they are now offering comedy shows saluting such stars as Robin Williams and Joan Rivers. With over 31 years of experience, Friend Entertainment will teach you how to create a successful show. The first thing you need to do is sit down with them and learn how you and your organization can put together a show that can be done from anywhere in the USA. These events will help you bring needed funds and branding to your organization, so you can continue to provide the needed services to your community. No organization is too big or too small. So reach out today. You can call or email Norman at Friend Entertainment USA and let him help your charity or nonprofit create an unforgettable fundraising experience. Call 844-698-9696. That's 844-698-9696, or visit their website at friendentusa.com and ask for the Music Man. Tell him Darren sent you.
Welcome back to the Business Power Hour with Darren and the Music Man.
We got to make an announcement.
Let's make
There
an
were
announcement.
a load of phone calls in the first half.
In the
we
first
were
segment.
trying to get Laura involved with the show.
Yeah.
Please call back because
Yeah,
we want
please.
to speak to you. We want to find out what you had to
Yeah,
say.
we want to hear what we have to say. There was a line of phone calls.
631-415-1365. 631-415-1365.
Give us
Make
a
that
call
phone
right
ring.
now, and we're going to talk to Laura and Sherry and see what's what. So it's a small world, as we just found out, right, Sherry?
Right.
We know some people in common.
Yeah.
See, I know people too.
I knew you. Okay,
true.
so now tell us. We're in this closing. Problems come up. You did all the title search, whatever it may be. Sherry, you're the attorney. Is there ever a time when you have to do a contract, something similar to a contract? Because you're a corporate attorney and a real estate attorney. You did your real estate side, but something all of a sudden popped up, and now you got to wear your other attorney hat. Does that happen?
At the closing or prior to?
At the well, just before or at the closing?
Sometimes we'll have somebody who's buying and selling at the same time, and they can't leave the house until like 3 days later because they haven't coordinated everything. It's really hard to sell a house and then move into your house the same day. So unless you have everything in the truck. So we have to put together what's called a post-closing possession agreement and arrange for things so that the seller can stay in their house for a couple of more days while they're purchasing. So it's kind of that kind of situation.
Do you ever have a case where somebody really, it's heartbroken to sell the house, they've been in their whole life, and they cry and they don't want to sign a contract, and you got to convince them, we got to sign this contract, we got to do it now?
Well, I represent a lot of people in short sales. So they will go from, I want to save my house, to I can't afford this mortgage payment, I'm done with this house.
Right.
And the very first short sale I ever had, she was very upset. She did not want to sell. But most of the people who do come to a closing at a short sale, they're relieved to get the monkey off their back.
They got the monkey off their back.
They're not. They don't have that $500,000
So-
mortgage sitting on top of them anymore.
So title insurance, right? you do all your homework, you do everything, and then all of a sudden something pops up that just couldn't be found. Right?
There are occasions where documents are not properly indexed in the Suffolk County Clerk's office, which, you know, it can happen and has happened, but that's what you have title insurance for.
Okay, so what does title insurance do in those cases?
What would happen would be a claim to the title insurance company, and then the title insurance company would have to defend the claim at no cost to the homeowner.
Okay, so let's talk mechanics lien.
Mechanics
Right,
liens
so-
are only good for 1 year.
Okay, so but right before the year before the people sell the house, they have all this work done. They never pay the contractor for it. The contractor files a mechanics lien on it. Right? Am I following the process right? They file a mechanics lien, but it wasn't indexed properly. So when you went and did the title search, the mechanics lien never popped up. And you sold, and the property sold. Okay. And the contractor wasn't satisfied, because I'm assuming that would have to be satisfied at closing, right, in order for the title to be
Correct.
clear. And it wasn't sold. So now the mechanic still has a lien because the year's not up on the property, and it wasn't satisfied during the closing. Does title insurance, do they pay for that now? Who pays the contractor?
It would be part of the litigation of the transaction. I don't get involved with the actual settlement on the mechanics
But
lien.
that's really what the title insurance is
Title
for things
insurance
like that, right?
protects a homeowner for any type of issues that may arise after closing.
Okay.
But once again, you hope you've done your homework and not only search by the section, block, and lot, but by the parties' names within the judgment transaction, so it would be found if it was misindexed as well.
What's it called if you go against somebody in a regular legal case? You're suing somebody, you win. Person doesn't have money, they get a judgment. You get a judgment against. They still don't have money. How do you protect yourself in case, forget the mechanics lien for a second, because that's only a year. It's 3 years down the road, and the mechanics lien is gone. And now I want to sell. They want to sell their house, and we go. What's it called? How do you get your money from that?
Well, Laura's title company will do a judgment and lien search. So if this person has any kind of real property, it's going in that county, it's going to pop up.
Is there a name for that, or it's just called a judgment?
A judgment, yes.
So
Just
a judgment
got
is
it.
good for 10 years, and then you can extend it for another 10 years. And then it's at 9% interest. So if that person has any kind of property, is about to buy property, or is about to sell property, it's going to come up. And guess what? They're going to have to pay for it. So I do have a client. We had a judgment against somebody. It's about 5 years into it. She pays $50 here, $50. Meanwhile, we're earning 9% interest on this lien, and he's not happy because he
course
doesn't have
not.
his money. But I'm like, hey, it's a guaranteed investment.
How much was the lien for?
Oh, it's about $3,000. It was small claims, but still,
But still,
it's there.
It's gonna hang everything up. It's gonna.
And he's
eat
still
up.
going to have to come up with the money, or
Well,
stay in the house.
Yeah,
Right.
Exactly. And if he refinances, then
I'll find it.
You can't
you
refinance
can't
unless
refinance
it's
it
settled,
unless it's been
because it's the same
satisfied.
procedure.
Correct.
Right,
Right.
because my
So-
report goes to the buyer, seller, and the lender, so everyone is being made aware.
So if
it's
I go
true
in-
transparency.
So if I go for a refinance, we still have to get a title search.
Yes.
So we have to go through the whole process, just as if I was buying the house all over again.
But there's
Correct.
some of the searches aren't as in
depth.
in depth, but
Okay.
for the most part, yeah, that they want everything.
So they want everything. They want to make sure that they're clear and they're first in line, and
Right,
they're gonna
but
get their
the
money.
bank gets what is called a loan policy, which ensures that their mortgage is in first lien position and not subject to anything else that's open, which includes your taxes, water, judgments, and anything else against the
And
property.
Like camera taxes.
doesn't taxes always take first position? No.
You have to pay at the time the mortgage is put on record. All taxes have to be paid, sewer charges and
But
water charges.
that's
Right.
what he's saying.
But
what-
at paid at closing.
Right.
Right.
So,
Right.
but now,
subsequently, if the now you
if now I buy the house,
Right.
I get a mortgage where I'm not paying the taxes into the mortgage.
well, they're not
Right.
really doing many non-escrow bearing mortgages now.
but play along.
Okay.
And I decide I'm not going to pay my taxes for a while. Right.
Right.
Now, all of a sudden, the county comes up and goes, "You haven't paid your taxes in 5 years. we want your property.
Well, the county in Suffolk County will send a notification to any lien holder, including the bank, based upon their own title search that they do.
So the
they
bank
get
can then
the-
foreclose on
The
it.
bank can pay the taxes.
Okay, so they can pay the taxes
And then you
come
pay
after
the bank. Right, you make an arrangement with the bank because they don't want it on their list of, anyway. You have a very interesting, we ask you to fill out a profile, and this is where we get some information about who and what you do. And one of the things that you have down here, which you got to explain to me, the police officer. Tell me about the police officer that threatened to shoot a mortgage guy.
I think he was just thinking that figuratively.
Figuratively, we wrote this down here.
Figuratively, because closings can be very stressful. We have had people did divorce actions, not want to be in the same room with each other. You had parties that may not be very amicable, so you get very stressful situation. But that was many, many years ago, prior to the Dodd-Frank Act, where all this information is now fully disclosed prior to the closing.
Okay.
So
let me ask you a question. You get these mortgage sales. People are getting divorced. A divorce sale. They don't want to be in the same room. How do you get it done? You like 2 rooms and you're going back and forth?
You tell them to grow up.
Well, that's
that
nice
doesn't
to
always
say.
work, right?
That's nice to say. Grow up, but you have to be very professional and very
Oh, there's
professional.
2 people screaming and yelling at each other at
Well-
a closing, and we should be professional.
Yes, at Touchdown, we're always very professional
Yes,
and
okay.
very cognizant of the emotional stress that closings can put on people. So yes, it's basically 2 rooms. That main closing is happening in 1 room, and I would go to another room to get something signed because I would be notarizing the
that's simple
information.
enough.
Simple enough going back and forth like that, because both parties in a divorce action would have their own divorce attorney and possibly their own real estate attorney on top of that. So Ms. Sugarman has handled some transactions like that in the past too.
A lot of times what we'll do, if one party doesn't even want to be there, we will get the documents pre-signed.
Okay.
And then they will grant me a power of attorney to handle any additional documents that have to be signed.
So
at
power
closing.
attorney will work.
Yes.
Okay.
If we have to sign the deed by power of attorney, it has to be recorded with the county clerk's office, and depending on which county it is, there's a minimum of $400 recording fee. So we always try to get things pre-signed ahead of time. I had a nice amicable divorce a couple of weeks ago. One of them had to leave to go get the kids. And then we had another one where he was there for a short period of time. He signed whatever he needed to sign. And then she attempted to start talking trash about him after he left. And I said, nope, we're here just for this. I've done a lot of times I will have divorce attorneys refer me a case because I said, I'm no nonsense. I'm like, we're here to sell your house. That's all.
Right, yeah, we don't want to get into the
we're not gonna
mishmash
get into
of
anything.
all of that stuff because that can get very, very tricky.
And it's not comfortable for the other side.
It's not comfortable for anybody.
Before we ask you to give your phone number again, and we're going to do this, I'm going to put out our phone number again, and hopefully those people that tried to call, I know you're trying to reach them, and I don't know why they're not calling back, but it's 631-415-1365, 631-415-1365 to call in and ask a question to our guests.
Yeah, give us a call. We'd love to hear from you guys. I know you've been waiting all night for people to call in because I know there was here we go.
Finally.
Nice to see you.
Good evening and welcome to the Business Power Hour with Darren and the Music Man. Who's speaking?
Hello?
Hi.
Can you lower your computer?
Oh, sure. Yeah, I can't really hear you either. Did I call the right number?
Yeah, you called the right number.
Okay, because
your name?
I know it's like a little staticky. I actually work for Laura. I've worked for her for 4 years, and so I don't obviously have a question, but I would just, I would go on there to just say anybody that works with her is in good hands.
What's your name?
She's a very professional. I mean, she has attorneys calling her, asking her questions. Like, that's how knowledgeable she is. Like she said, she was an expert witness. An expert, testifier. She's just amazing. She's got energy for days, and she helps everybody the same. It doesn't matter if she's a friend or a stranger. She takes everyone. She treats everybody like their family.
That's
So,
very nice.
So
Does she get a raise?
Kathy, does she keep you all kinds of hours, crazy hours?
what's that?
Does she keep you all kinds of crazy hours?
I'm sorry, I can't hear the first part of your
I
question.
said, do you have to work all kinds of crazy hours for her?
No, her office hours are 9 to 5, but I stay late all the time just because I want to. That's my work ethic. I like to get my work done. I mean, we're
Well,
busy
that's
and everything
nice.
is on a time schedule, so I like to stay until I get it done because I know it's important. It's important for her too.
So yeah,
You
you
know.
hear that buzzing in the background because Norm just got.
Yeah,
some.
that's my phone going off. Do you hear that?
Flood warning.
For a emergency alert,
This
a
happened on
flood
Wednesday
or
night, so we
something.
walked
I don't
out of
know.
here. I drove home in some crazy rains all the way
Kathy,
home.
thank you very much for calling in.
Yes, Kathy.
You're
thank
welcome.
you.
I don't know if I should go on the air or not, or I don't know if you're gonna. If that was helpful. You know what I mean?
Kathy, we won't put you on the air, but thank you for calling in. We appreciate it.
Okay. All right. Thanks for listening. Okay.
good night,
All right.
Kathy.
Bye.
Does she know she's on the air?
No, she didn't know she was on.
Surprise,
No,
Kathy, a little too
surprise.
late.
Kathy, you were on
Kathy,
the air,
you're looking
Kathy.
and turn up your volume again. You've been on the air.
One of the things I do want to say about Laura, Cheryl mentioned it. I mean, Kathy mentioned it. Lawyers calling Laura.
Great compliment that is.
Yeah.
I represent a lot of sellers. I don't get to choose the title company, but if there's an issue that I need help resolving, I will call Laura because she is on my team and everything. Like I said earlier, I must have called her like 6 times today because that's all I was doing was real estate today. So she's
great.
I like to
always
be.
think
I
she
like to
should've
be a
been lawyer.
resource. I like to be a resource to attorneys to help them within the transaction because I'm always about paying it forward.
You're also a resource to charities. I know you do some work and you're involved with charities. And before you tell me about that, you have something that you should tell the world about. To tell everybody the new position that you just received.
Well, I was just installed as the Suffolk County Women's Bar Association president.
Ah, congratulations.
Thank you.
That's huge. And this lady next to you, she was the president before. Were you not the
No.
president?
I'm not an attorney.
Oh, okay. I thought
Suffolk
you were.
County Women's
No,
Bar Association is for attorneys.
The bar is
Yeah, I get it.
attorneys.
But
it's not
Laura
a bar
is
bar.
our executive director.
I'm
Got
the
it. That's what I
executive
got.
director.
Okay, that's what I
Yes.
meant. That's what I meant.
Yes, I'm also the president of the National Association of Legal Professionals. It's a paralegal
Wow.
group that meets in my office once a month, giving an opportunity for paralegals to answer questions about anything in the industry. We have attorneys that come for about a half an hour. So anybody out there that would like to come speak to my group, that would be great. So other than being part of the 516 ads with David Gusson, Igniting Business. So
Resource.
a good resource for you as well. The Early Childhood Development Center that I rappelled down the Nassau County Community College building.
That was
two
fun.
two
Did you
years in a
really?
row just to raise money
Oh,
for
you
them
did
to
it
win.
this year too?
Did it this year too.
We did it
And-
2 years ago.
And
I said never again.
I did it on a windy day. I got smashed across the building. They were all screaming at me.
It was
"Laura,
like 7 floors, right?
13
floors.
floors.
And
they
they-
changed the building then.
And my feet got tangled up in the lines. And they're like, Laura, do you want to quit? I said, never. I'm not a quitter. I'm going to finish it. It's anything for the children. So I finished it as
That's
well.
fantastic.
I participated with Ms. Sugarman with Habitat for Humanity.
Mm-hmm.
So we were working on a house. I was on the roof of the house on the ladder, ripping down sheetrock and sweating. It's all for a good cause to help people out. So
That's fantastic. you do
Normally
that.
with
We
Habitat,
appreciate
we
that.
go build from the ground up, but this was
Yeah.
a donated house that was in pretty decent shape. So they just needed it to be gutted and
Right.
so that they could rehab it.
They're a
So,
wonderful organization.
Habitat for Humanity of
we've
Suffolk
had them
County.
on. Yeah, we've
and
had them on.
I'm on the board of that. So I grabbed Sugarman Law and Touchdown Abstract. We did a joint build, and we
tear down more.
yeah, it was more of a tear down than it
Tear
was a
down,
build.
clean up. You know.
Next time you have one of those called Friend Entertainment, because we'd be happy to come and help.
It was
And so would Darren.
Another
Yes,
stifling
absolutely.
day. It was sweating,
Sweating
but it's
and
all
getting-
about paying
Paying
it
back.
forward. You know,
Agreed.
paying it. And that's the type of people that we are. We're always trying to help people out, whether or not be in the real estate industry. Hey,
Mm-hmm.
you have a question? Not something I know. I always have someone I could refer you to.
Now that being said, again, let's give off your phone number because we're at the witching hour.
Okay.
Remember I told you? I said it's going to fly.
And the phone number is 631-224-7196. Once again,
In New York.
631-224-7196. Find me on LinkedIn, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. I'm all over social media as well. You have a question, issue, please give me a call, give me a buzz. I'd be more than happy to help you out to the best of my ability.
Well, we want to thank you for being on the show. We want to thank you for being on the show. And we'll
Thank
see
you.
you next month, right?
September.
Yeah, September. Right? You guys were fantastic.
You're going to be a Wednesday night.
You're
Yes.
going to be a Wednesday night.
September 11th.
But we really appreciate you coming on. And, you know, we wish you all of the
Best
the
of
luck in
luck
the
to you
world,
in
with
everything.
everything that
And
you're
you
doing.
did a great job tonight.
Great job
too.
tonight.
You did
Thank
a
you.
great
The energy
job.
was great. It was just a wonderful show.
Energy?
And we got to call in. Yeah, she had a little bit of energy.
Yeah, a little
Just
bit.
a wee bit.
So what do you got going on, Mr. Music Man, there?
Nothing. Again, we thank you very, very much.
Thank you.
We had a hot week, you know,
Hot week.
literally.
Very hot week. It was
It's
a
pouring
short week.
outside. We have
Yes.
flash flood warnings that are hitting
Yeah,
us
it's just
now.
popping all over, but I just got mine. So
You just got yours too?
I got mine too. So
And
yeah.
I'm waiting
So-
to sign the contract with Crescent Beach Club
Okay.
for the 4 concerts.
Very good.
That'll be coming up. First one will be November 2nd. Don't know if we're going to... I mentioned last week, Gloria Estefan on Miami Sound
Yes,
Machine.
you did. You mentioned that
Now it
last
may
week.
be Neil Diamond or Billy Joe. So I don't know who it's going to be, but it's going to be one of those 3, and we'll probably resolve that before the end of the week.
All right, excellent.
And
so we can
on.
talk about it next Wednesday.
Yeah, absolutely.
When we're going to have Canine Companions coming on.
Coincidentally.
Yes, coincidentally. So I'm looking forward to that. So we
And
get
that's
dogs.
good.
in
And
here.
anything with you? Anything going
No,
on?
I'm working on a couple of things, but nothing to announce just yet. So it's coming.
All right. Well,
It's
we
coming.
thank
All
everybody
right.
again.
What-
Last week you kind of like broke records.
Yeah, so
And
hopefully
we
this
thank
week
you
we'll
all so
go
much.
even
We
higher.
thank you.
So we want to thank everybody for watching. Remember, this Wednesday will not be on. We will be back on July 31st at 8 p.m. right here at Village Connection Network. We'll see you next week, everybody.
Bye, everybody. Thank
Good
you.
night.
Good night.
Just this broken soul. I'm always a giver, but I'm never known. And I'm just this lonely man, alone on the river with my heart in my hand. The conversation, they're all dead. The lines held up inside my head. I left here like a broken man, with no idea of where I stand. Oh, my mind clear. Lord, I shed all my tears. Oh, now baby, I was just waiting here while you moved on. Now what remains of this shattered soul is something I've always wanted to know. There's only sense of security, this newfound freedom you kept from me. The sound of all your loaded gun, this heartbreak war has just begun. The sound of all your loaded gun, this broken man has already won. Oh, my mind clear. Lord, I shed all my tears.